Hey guys, it's me, Jess. Hey guys, it's me, Jess. There's soda's true. I thought it started recording, but I don't think it did. I feel like I look like poop, and without my glasses, I always feel like I look retarded. But my glasses are glaring, and you guys saw that. It's so annoying. But how pretty are they? They're like an emerald green inside. They're Dolce & Gabbana. Yeah, they're pimp. Anyway, so let's go on to the next question because I want to make sure that I cover as many questions as I possibly can. I think Bill gave me a cold. Anyway, so the very next question that I want to go on is anxiety. One thing that I want to let you know is that after having gastric bypass, a lot of people actually develop anxiety. And this could be a multiple things can cause anxiety after surgery. First of all, it could be something that's pretty serious, actually. If you don't know the reason why you started gaining weight, or better yet, you know what made you start gaining weight, and you didn't fix it before having gastric bypass, that can definitely creep up on you and cause you to actually gain the weight back. So you need to go and you need to find out exactly what caused you to start gaining weight in the first place. You know, whatever the mental thing that happened that caused you to have that addictive personality, or that wanting to hide yourself, type of mentality, you need to go and have it looked at and, you know, talk to somebody and figure out what you need to do to be able to make that stop, or at least be able to control it. A lot of people get anxiety because of those things, and you know, something may have happened when they were younger, or you know, something could be hurting them inside, and what they actually fear when they say, oh, I have anxiety from, you know, whenever I go out by myself, I get anxiety. Well, let's think about this for a minute. You know, if you haven't fixed what caused you to start gaining weight, maybe that's what's causing you anxiety. Maybe that fear of being by yourself and being smaller, and that could very well cause anybody anxiety. So, you know, I would check into that and make sure that that isn't what it is. Another option, and if this isn't what it is, then I would go with option A. If option B isn't right, go with option A. Option B would be having your levels for iron and all of your other vitamins checked. If there is a deficiency, this can cause your brain to do different things, like not being able to sleep, the restless leg syndrome, having anxiety, having back pains. Fibromyalgia is actually one thing that a lot of people are actually starting to say that it's a vitamin deficiency. Go and talk to your doctor about getting it all looked at, the whole thing. You know, every vitamin, get everything checked to make sure they're all normal. And if they're not, start taking the vitamin. Or more. If you're taking them now, take more. I mean, it can't kill you. And you know, it's one of those type things like, whenever my anxiety is really bad, I know that my iron level is real bad. Like, I can see the paleness in my face. And even when I don't feel sick, people say, Jess, you don't look very good. You look really pale. That's my iron. So I know what it is. I know I'm anxious and people are calling me sick. So that's when I know it's time to go get an infusion done. So anyway, if you're having anxiety, that could very well be what it is. So I would definitely have your vitamins checked. If you're having anxiety and your vitamins are not bad, you definitely want to go and speak to somebody and make sure that everything is where it should be. You know, like you are understanding what's going on, and you know, you being outside or different things like that causing you anxiety, you know what it's from, you know. So anyway, that would be my answer, and I'm not a doctor, so you can take that with a grain of salt, but that's what I would do because that's my experience. Going on to the next one, I had surgery 8 months ago, and I have lost 120 pounds. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's a great amount of weight to lose. I mean, think about it. I know a girl that's 125 pounds, and I don't like her. So you just lost a really mean 125-pound girl. That is awesome. Anyway, but haven't lost any since I started working 2 jobs for the holidays. Any advice on how I can get back on track? Well, thank you for loving my videos and watching them. having 2 jobs, that's hard. So congratulations on taking that big step. I haven't been able to do that since a long time ago. How can you get back on track and you feel like you haven't lost any weight? Well, you said about 8 months ago. Well, to be honest with you, you're at about a point where you're going to be plateauing. What I would tell you right now, and this is what I tell people, and I wish that people would listen to me. The day before you have surgery, take a measuring tape, and I don't know what I did with mine, but it's the long yellow sewing tape, the measuring tape. Measure every part of your body, your neck. I mean, do your forehead. I did my cheekbones to see how much fat I had in my face that I was going to lose. So that's what I would suggest, going along and measuring here, measuring your neck, your wrists. You want to do your wrists because that's a big deal. I did my forearms. I did my, biceps, whatever these things are. I did my chest. I did my stomach, my hips, my thighs, each thigh, because your thighs are 2 different thighs. I did my calves. I did my ankles. I literally did my foot, and I can't lift my foot right now, or I would. I even did the top of my foot. So right now, that's what I would do. Start measuring yourself every day, every week. I would do that, because even if you're not losing weight in pounds, you're losing inches. And this goes for people that are right out of surgery. You may feel like, oh my God, I'm not losing any weight. Measure yourself. 1 week, I measured myself, and I don't remember how many inches I lost, but I know that I went down 2 sizes. And that was when I got into the 20s, when I went from size 34 down to, I was a size 28. I had bought one pair of 28 jeans. And I weighed myself, and I wasn't losing any weight. And all of a sudden, my jeans started feeling really loose. So I went and I tried on a pair of 26s, way too loose. I jumped from a 28 to a 24 in 2 weeks, and I didn't lose a pound. So measure yourself. And right now, you're doing a lot, and you're working and stuff like that. So if you're not losing any weight, you might be eating those little treats like, crackers, stuff like that. Those have a lot of calories in it. So you want to bring apples, bring fruit with you to eat. I mean, you're 8 months out, so you should be able to eat anything, or at least try to do your vegetables, your salad, your nuts. Walnuts are great in omega-3. I would do things like that. To be honest with you, if you feel like you're not losing any weight, you're really frustrated, I can tell you that there's 2 options that I would choose at your point, and it's actually an option that they're looking at fixing my back, hopefully at the end of this month, and then I'm going to do it myself. Before I had gastric bypass, I lost 54 pounds on a raw vegan diet. It is hard to do, but if you're at the point where you're like, I had gastric bypass, I'm not losing any weight, I'm eating right, she's saying that I need to stop eating crackers, I'm not eating crackers, put yourself on a very extremist diet, okay? That's what I would do. And the raw vegan diet, you can eat lots of food. Like if you go on my YouTube page, underneath my favorites, there's a blueberry snack in there, and it's a raw vegan blueberry snack. And the people that put that video on there are amazing. That's all they eat is raw vegan food. And honestly, my brother went basically a raw vegan diet. So, and if he can do it, I know I can do it. So, and he's lost a lot of weight, and he's doing really good at it. And he was teaching me on the phone for about 2 hours the other night about all the food and what I'm doing this and that. And I think he saw where I've gained some weight video. Great. So, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow his lead, I think. I'm going to put myself back on the raw vegan diet that I was on before surgery, and I made a video of it. So take a look. It's actually the food. There's a lot of really amazing food. If you want to try something new, you want to push your limits, you had gastric bypass, you can do anything. So push yourself. Do something. Stand up and say, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to find time during the day, and I'm going to go for a walk. You may be standing on your feet all day long at work, but you're not moving in a different motion. That's how you lose weight. Doing the same thing repetitive is not going to make you lose weight. It may keep your weight the same. Now, when you go above and beyond and do something different, that's why you're supposed to do cardio, and then you do something else. You go back and forth, because that's what makes the difference, the change. So I personally, that's what I'm going to do. I know that I started gaining weight after I fell down the flight of stairs and messed up my back in 3 different places. And I have fought to keep the weight where it's supposed to be. And I have without a doubt gain over 25 pounds back. I know that, but it's very hard when you're laying on a couch. So I can only imagine working, you've got so much going on. So that's what I would do. Put yourself on an extreme diet. Don't do an Atkins diet. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You can eat a pound of bacon, but you can't eat an apple. So don't do that. That's dumb. But put yourself on like a raw vegan diet. Lots of beans and nuts, and get your protein in and do your vitamins, and it'll flush out your body. It'll make you feel better too. So that's what I would do. The other option would be go to 5daypouchdiet.com. And that diet's for people about your point, where I'm thinking about doing that as well, and then roll myself into a vegan diet, because you can do them both, where for 5 days you put yourself back into where you were right after surgery. And people have said that it shrunk their stomach and they're so much better and all this and that. Look into that. That's a good option. That's what I would do. So, it's awesome that you've gotten to 120 pounds lost. That's amazing. Don't take that lightly. And somebody else also said that they're feeling discouraged because they're stuck at, a certain weight. Don't do that to yourself. You're beating yourself up for no reason. You've lost 120 pounds. Dude, think of that. Okay? Search the internet on what 10 pounds of fat looks like. I think it's 5 pounds of fat is the most. It's like this big. Oh my, it's twice the size of my head, and my head is big. Okay? Whoa. 120 pounds lost. Think about that for a second. When you look at somebody that's skinny walking down the street, you lost them. And like I said, I know somebody that's 125 pounds that you lost. I don't like her. So I'm glad you lost it. I'm glad you did. That's awesome. Anyway, so that's what I think. Stop beating yourself up. Weight loss is weight loss. Whether you lose 1 pound or 9 million pounds, you're doing yourself a favor. You're putting yourself back on the map. You're making yourself happier, okay? This is what you need to do. You did what you had to do, and you did well. So now if you want to lose weight, you got to take precautions. This is the problem that a lot of people don't realize. Gastric bypass is not a fix-all. It's not a fix-all. And people say, oh, you've gained weight. You don't know what you're talking about. Excuse me, okay? Once you've lost the weight, you use it as a tool up to the point where it's no longer a tool. I gained 30 pounds, and my pouch has never grown past the stage that it was at when I had the surgery. Okay? With a small stomach, I still gained the weight back. So it is possible for anybody to gain the weight back. You are in maintenance mode. Now it's time to exercise. Now it's time to watch what you eat and move forward with your life. You have now chose your choice. You can't reverse it. So now you have to look at what you need to do to keep the weight off. And I know I'm preaching from somebody that's got a problem doing it myself. And I've gained a little bit of weight. I can see it. But I can guarantee you in 2 months' time that weight will be gone, and I'll probably be smaller than what I was when I started. As soon as my back is better, you will see a change. I'll be able to exercise. But just because I'm laid up on the couch and I'm hurting does not mean that I have to gain that much weight. So I'm definitely putting myself on a raw vegan diet, and I'll keep you guys clued in on what I'm eating. I'll post some recipes about that too. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated. The recipes that I post are pretty much all very close to gastric bypass friendly. So because Bo and I both are in that boat. So I'm going to go into the third and final video. It's going to be short, I promise. So I'm going to go ahead and get these posted up on YouTube, and as they're posted, I'm going to do the video number 3 about my weight gain. I know you guys have a lot of questions about that, and I'm also going to show where my stomach is now, where I've gained weight back now, and all about that. So look out for video number 3 and final, and I'll get these posted for you now. Thanks, guys, for watching. Love you. Bye.